Gran Canaria can give you an amazing nightlife holiday or a very disappointing one. And the difference is usually not the island, it is the resort you choose. Because some areas here in Gran Canaria with us have clubs, karaoke, late night bars and packed terraces. Others have stylish restaurants, tapas and cocktails by the sea. Others are ideal for family entertainment and even others for the LGBTQ+ community. So before you go, you need to know which part of Gran Canaria actually matches the kind of evenings and nightlife you want. If people talk about Gran Canaria having a big nightlife scene, then usually they mean Playa del Inglés. Here you will find lots of bars, clubs, karaoke, drag shows, cabaret, terraces, live music, late night drinks and that proper nightlife energy. But the most important thing to know is that the nightlife is not just one simple strip or street like it is in many other places. It is spread across different shopping and entertainment centers all over the area. The most important one here is the Yumbo Centre. This is the center of LGBTQ+ nightlife in Gran Canaria with drag shows, cabaret, music, bars, terraces and a lot of late night atmosphere. Then you also have the Kasbah Centre, which is very popular for late night dancing. Cita is more international with pubs and bars that are especially popular with German, Dutch and Scandinavian visitors. And the Aguia Roja, or also called the Irish Centre, has more British and Irish style pubs, live music and casual holiday bars. Playa del Inglés is more like a nightlife maze with lots of variety. One night can be simple cocktails and drag shows, another night can be karaoke and live music, and another night can be dancing until late in the morning. What is important to know is that the Playa del Inglés is very big and that it changes a lot depending on when you visit. During Pride, Carnival, Christmas, New Year, peak winter weeks and busy holiday periods, it is very lively here. But in quieter months, because the area is so big, it can feel a little bit abandoned and empty here. The Meloneras area next to the Playa del Inglés is not the place for cheap shots, chaotic bar crawls and packed pubs like Playa del Inglés is. Meloneras is more polished. Think seafront restaurants, cocktail bars, luxury hotels, live music, ocean views, evening walks and stylish terraces. That is the key here. Meloneras is nightlife for people who want atmosphere, not chaos. It is great for couples, older travelers, special occasions and anyone who wants a more relaxing and grown-up evening. But let's be clear, if you want clubs, wild bars and a proper late night party scene, Meloneras will probably feel too calm. The good thing is that Playa del Inglés is close enough by taxi. So Meloneras gives you a nice balance. You can stay somewhere stylish and relaxed, but still go to the island's biggest nightlife area when you want to. As you can see, there's a lot to know if you want to book the perfect holiday. This is also why later in this video I will be showing you exactly how you can contact me to get my personal help with your holiday by visiting checkedholidays.com/perfect. Taurito is a totally different evening and nightlife scene again, because this area is very family focused. It is a small resort in a valley with hotels around it, the beach at the front and the entertainment areas close by. The nightlife here is not really nightlife in the adult party sense. It is more about hotel shows, mini disco, family entertainment, casual bars, restaurants and easy evenings. That makes Taurito a great choice for families who want everything close together. You do not have to travel far and evenings feel pretty simple and safe. But adults looking for bars, clubs and late night variety may feel after a few nights that it is quite limited here for them. However, for families who want lots to do, there's mini golf, there's arcades, there's mini disco, there's lots of activities for kids in the evening like trampolines. So for a family holiday and nightlife, great fun. But definitely not a great place if your nightlife normally starts after midnight, as it is pretty early evenings here. Then Las Palmas has a completely different nightlife still. It feels more local, more spread out and more like a real city. You do not get that obvious resort tourist nightlife center here. Instead, you get different areas with different moods. Around Las Canteras beach, evenings are relaxed but lively, with bars, restaurants, terraces and people walking along the promenade. Around Santa Catalina, the atmosphere feels busier and more urban, and in Vegueta and Triana, nights are more about tapas, wine bars, restaurants, historic streets, music and a more local crowd. This is a great place for people who want a more authentic Spanish nightlife. You are eating late, walking through real city streets, finding local places and seeing a completely different side of Gran Canaria. Playa del Inglés might be the biggest nightlife resort. Puerto Rico is probably the easiest one, and that is a big difference. Puerto Rico is much more compact. You do not need to walk around for ages and try different scenes and different centers trying to find where everyone is. A lot of the bars, restaurants, karaoke places, cocktail bars, live music venues, quizzes, bingo, pubs and clubs are all close together around the main commercial area in the center of the valley. That makes Puerto Rico one of the best choices if you want lively nights without making things complicated. It is especially good for couples, groups of friends, families with older children or teenagers and anyone who wants entertainment close to the hotel. The nightlife feeling here is fun, easy, casual and very holiday focused. You can go for dinner, move on to a live music bar, end up doing karaoke and still find somewhere open later if you want the night to continue, and this all within a 2-minute walking distance from each other. It is not as famous as the Playa del Inglés, but it is much easier to understand and find your way around the nightlife. This is why a lot of people actually prefer it over the Playa del Inglés. The main thing you need to check, however, before booking Puerto Rico for great nightlife is your hotel's location. Because many of the hotels and accommodation are up against the hill and they can be quite a walking distance from where the actual nightlife is, but once you make it to the nightlife, it is easy to navigate. St. Agustín is also for many people a very popular place to stay for the nightlife, as the nightlife there is generally quieter and more relaxed, but Playa del Inglés is right next door, so very quickly to drive or even walk to. That makes St. Agustín a good compromise for couples, families and older travelers who want peace most nights but want the option of Playa del Inglés and lively nights out nearby. However, St. Agustín itself is more about dinner, a few casual bars, hotel entertainment and relaxed drinks, as well as playing a bit of mini golf in the evenings on the roof on the shopping center and watching the Scala dinner show. Playa de Amadores, however, is the calmer neighbor of Puerto Rico, so also a similar setup. Nightlife is mostly about restaurants, beachside drinks and a peaceful holiday mood. It is not completely dead, but it is not as lively in the same way as Puerto Rico next door is. And that is why many people book it. Amadores is ideal if you want a quiet hotel area, a great beach and the option to go into Puerto Rico when you want more active nightlife. It gives you convenience without the noise. So if Puerto Rico sounds fun but too busy, Amadores might be the right choice for you. Anfi del Mar is located on the other side of the Puerto Rico and is one of the prettiest resort areas in Gran Canaria. But nightlife is not the main reason to stay here. Evenings are usually relaxed and resort focused. You will find live entertainment, family shows, cocktails and live music here, but especially in the busier periods of the year. Anfi is best for families, couples and beach lovers who want comfort, scenery and easy evenings. For bigger nights out, as mentioned, you have Puerto Rico close by. So Anfi del Mar is a great place to stay if you want beauty first and nightlife second. The Bahia Feliz can also be perfect for nightlife, but for very different reasons. Most people who choose this nightlife are families with young children or people who like to do sports, and both of them want quiet and early evenings. So after going out for dinner, there is generally nothing really to do here. Then there is also Maspalomas, but this for many people can be a little bit confusing because most people now use Maspalomas to describe the whole southern area, including Playa del Inglés and Meloneras. But if we are talking about the true Maspalomas itself, the nightlife is much calmer. This area of Gran Canaria is more known for dunes, beaches, bungalow complexes and a more spread out resort feel. You will find a few restaurants, bars and relaxed evening options, especially near the coast, but the biggest nightlife is usually nearby rather than directly around you. So most people like to stay here because they have space and tranquility when they want it, but they can easily take a taxi into the busier nightlife of Playa del Inglés, where there is much more happening. Then there's also Arguineguín, which is once again very different from the resorts previously discussed. This is more of a real town than a classic tourist resort, so the evenings feel more local and low-key. Instead of big clubs and nightlife centers, you get restaurants, local cafes, seafood, tapas, simple bars and more everyday Canarian atmosphere. It is especially good if you like slower, quieter evenings and nightlife. Dinner by the sea, a drink outside, a walk along the coast and a more authentically Spanish feeling. There's also a strong Scandinavian presence here in the winter, so the atmosphere can feel quite different from the more British and Irish focused resorts. However, also for this resort, a taxi to Puerto Rico is not so far away. Puerto de Mogán is one of the most beautiful resorts in Gran Canaria, and the nightlife matches that setting. This is not a party resort, it is romantic, calm and restaurant focused. Evenings here are about the marina, pretty streets, waterside restaurants, soft lighting, quiet drinks and a slower pace. It is one of the best places for couples who want atmosphere rather than action. You can have a long dinner, walk around the marina, stop for a drink and enjoy the setting without needing loud music or crowds. If you do want to have a livelier night out, then in the shopping center in the back of the resort there are a few more lively bars. But this is not a place for big nightlife. Puerto de Mogán is more for romantic evenings, not wild ones. So, where should you stay for nightlife in Gran Canaria? If you want the biggest nightlife, choose Playa del Inglés. If you want lively but easy nightlife, choose Puerto Rico. If you want stylish evenings, choose Meloneras. If you want local city nightlife, choose Las Palmas. If you want nightlife nearby but not outside your hotel, choose Maspalomas, Sant Agustín or Playa de Amadores. If you want family-friendly evening entertainment, choose Taurito. If you want romantic nights, choose Puerto de Mogán. And if you want quieter evenings, choose Bahia Feliz, Arguineguín or Anfi del Mar. If you want my personal help with picking the perfect holiday for you, you can go to my website at checkedholidays.com/perfect, where I can help you pick the best hotel, the best place to stay, the best nightlife, the best activities and much more, all in a custom personalized plan for you.